All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking real music in real time for real people just like you and just like me. All right, so Sting is the latest self-absorbed musician. Well, some of these musicians, I guess, are just making good business decisions. And Sting, I'm not saying these are bad financial decisions, but he's cashing out. He's getting $250 million from Universal Music Group for his catalog. And this will include his solo work and the songs he penned for The Police, which of course includes Every Breath You Take, Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic, solo tunes like If I Ever Lose My Faith in You, and Fields of Gold. And by the way, am I a Sting fan? I am a Sting fan. I do not really like the dude as a person because I think he likes himself a little too much. However, okay, so he is very talented. He also really disappointed me when he walked away from the most popular band in the country. And at that time, I was very close to attending this concert in Foxborough Stadium. I think it was August 10th, 1983. And I saw pictures from the concert. A bunch of my friends went. I think it was A Flock of Seagulls, The Fix, and then The Police. And for people who are into that style of music at that moment, that was the big ticket. That was wow, and everybody I talked to said it was more than what they could have expected. The only problem was, in some cases, it took people 10 hours to leave the stadium and get back to their house because of the traffic jam in Foxborough. It was a legendary snarl that was hard to unsnarl. But still, at that moment, you think of all the bands that broke up at the peak of their success, like Journey was another one that broke up. But The Police, it was even more because they were like doing this. Journey had kind of plateaued and was starting to kind of level off. But The Police were like, that was crazy. I mean, Synchronicity was everywhere. Monster album, and deservedly so. Of course, you have to have Stuart Copeland there. You have to have Andy Summers there. Those guys deserve as much credit as Sting. Although Sting, I think, thinks of himself as, I'm the genius and I've got to continue my legacy and be the genius and my catalog. And yeah, so maybe he's going to remove his music from Spotify really soon, now that he's made $250 million, according to what the deal says here. The new agreement includes copyrights for Sting's songs plus his royalties as a songwriter, meaning that UMG will now receive all future music publishing income. They haven't focus tested Sting out of existence. So UMG is doing this. They're like, okay, we got to get Sting into some commercials, some TikTok videos, maybe. I wonder if there are people on TikTok who are like working for places like UMG, and they put a little snippet of the video out there, and all of a sudden you've got like Fleetwood Mac. Remember, it was Dreams, just went right up the charts after a skateboarding video. Milk drinking skateboard. It just didn't make any sense. I didn't really understand that, but I don't understand a lot of what goes on anymore when it comes to the marketing end of things. Anyway, so many memories from my youth are tied to the great songs written by Sting, whether it was first seeing The Police perform in Philadelphia or hearing his music on the radio or playing those albums until I wore them out. Now, this guy is the chairman of Universal Music Group, Jody Gerson. I could never have imagined that someday I would get to lead a company that will be the guardian of Sting's remarkable songwriting legacy. Every one of us at UMPG looks forward to this work with a sense of honor, responsibility and enormous excitement about what we can achieve for his music in the future. In other words, how much money can we make off of Sting in the future? I don't know. I think Sting should have probably held out for more money. But, I think the top was like Bob Dylan got 500 million. I think Springsteen got like 300 million. So, maybe he should have held out because the publishing, that stuff is pretty active. I mean, his music, at least some of it. Now, of course, the focus testing is destroying the radio industry and making variety a real thing of the past, and repetition. Of course, there's no brainwashing going on out there, because that would be a shiny new theory, a psychological theory. But you get waterboarded with the same songs every day. It's boring. I mean, Sting put out a song last year, and I actually shared it with some of the patrons on my channel, and they admitted it was a good song. They don't like Sting as a person, but pretty much everybody was like, yeah, that's classic Sting. I'm shocked it isn't on the radio. And Sting just turned 70 years old too. He looks pretty good for his age. And again, I really can't forgive him though for leaving the Police. And then they get back together again a few years ago to do a reunion tour. And I think the guys wanted to continue, and Sting's like, no, we're good. We did our tour. We made our money. And we're done. And that relationship between those three guys, strained and irreparable, that's a divorce that, was a shotgun reunion probably, but they probably put the cash in bags right in front of them, gold bars, gold bullion, coins, whatever. And they said, okay, guys. And they're like, yeah, Sting's like, okay, I'll do it. But in any event, the Police is a strange, twisted legacy. There's talent there for sure. There's great songwriting. There's great songs, just like this CEO who's probably locked into the giant web of corporations that are running the planet right now. He's got fond memories of songs by Sting. I don't think he attended the show in Foxborough, Massachusetts, but I can tell you back in the early to mid 1980s, the biggest thing on the planet for sure, and has lost a lot of its value because that band broke up too soon. Who knows what they could have done if they had stayed together? We shall never know, but now we know how much the music catalog is worth, and it's $250 million. So there you go. Good job by Sting. The rest of us, we can't cash too much out. We just have to hope that they let us have a few crumbs that fall off the table now and then. Thanks for watching the channel. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Don't forget, I've got this other channel. It's called the Real Media Observer. The link is actually on the banner of this channel if you want to check that out. You can subscribe, watch the videos, hang out, do what you need to do over there. But either way, I appreciate the support, and I will see you soon.